Hey guys, Dylan Tommy here. Told you I would update some of the planted tanks, and this tank is just monster growth right now. I mean, I'm loving the Brichardi tank. That's why I just decided to start in here and check out the Brichardi and check out the great vegetation in this tank. But we're definitely going to cruise the planted tanks tonight. Great wisteria growth, great Rotala growth. Check out those stems that are pretty much up to the surface. I have some floaters up there that are kind of stragglers. They just need to be maintained. But really cool looking stems that are probably over 2 feet long now, coming up from the bottom. It's a fairly large tank. But I will keep cruising because I'd like to update a lot of the planted tanks this evening. I'll come in here. I don't know if I had mentioned this, but I added a lot of gravel and rock work to this tank. If you see those two larger rocks back there, there's a lot of gravel and a lot of extra river rock piled underneath it to create a richer substrate for nitrifying bacteria growth and really to help get this tank more established. But the zebra danio is doing great in here. Leopard danios. I always call them zebras. But the long fins are great. Let's see if we can get a good look at some of the longer fins here. I did stick this crypt kind of right in the hollowed out tube of that, ceramic log there. And there's not much of a substrate beneath it, but it's living. It's not really melting off just yet. It's kind of adjusting to conditions in my tank, and we'll see what happens. Lots of Rotala in here, and I like the way this tank kind of turned out. Just kind of letting it grow, letting it turn into a leopard longfin colony. There's that random zebra in there. I'm gonna keep rolling. And the large planted tank. I haven't updated this tank in some time. And so with that Nisea, those two pieces, you can see the top kind of shooting out like that. They're growing a little more compact, acclimating to the conditions in my tank and how they're gonna grow in my tank, rather than, the immersed form, which I have them the long stems of. So it'll be cool to transition that plant and see how it does. If you remember, I had completely chopped all this Rotala right here. It had just grown up about 6 inches in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I am gonna just chop it down again. The swords on this side are really showing some good growth, so I'd like to take down as much Rotala as I can. You see on this side I've really trimmed it in the back there. You can see a couple of the swords doing a lot better than the Nisea. And this is the last little sword runner here on the tip. And it's not really growing any further than that, but that is the end of the sword runner there. But planted tanks are really looking good. Like I said, the plan is to still chop the Rotala eventually. But this patch right here just looks monster. It's grown up so well in the last several weeks, and I've just allowed it to grow just because I'm not quite ready for the major trim. I noticed that this wisteria I put in here has really bloomed, blossomed, and looked really great. Look at how large this plant has gotten in here. Monster vegetation. But I will just kind of quickly cruise by the shrimp tank. Are they down here? Yeah, they're likely feeding on the substrate as usual. How's that for a jungle shrimp tank? That tank's been maintained, but I still allow it to just grow out of control. Check out the wisteria roots, and it's just everything's just piled in there. I love it. I love it. It's just a cool little habitat with that lace all over the place. Seems everywhere you look, you see a part of the rich system. I'd like to come and try to check out the crebensis. I showed you that spawn and that they had laid eggs, and they've been trying to really develop a territory so they can continue their courtship, but no successful spawning since that first batch of eggs that I saw in here. But they spend a lot of time together, and I did add a couple of larger rocks. If you can see, it's kind of buried in the vegetation, but there's a large rock there. There's a large rock on this side, and I kind of built up a little bit of a cave on this side. Adding large rocks to any tanks is a great thing for me because it adds more surface area, it adds more places for nitrifying bacteria growth to attach. So I like anything that, you know, creates more surface area in your tank for beneficial bacteria. But yeah, they got their extra little caves in here so they can really get that territory going. I actually had seen them on this side, spending a lot of time on this rock. Oh, there's the male right there. So if they do spawn again, I think it will likely be on this side. I see him more often than her. Let me keep rolling. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Kind of just cruising the fish room. Lots of green growth as usual. You know, not really updating the tanks. I mean, check it out. Look at all that Rotala. It's just like monster growth that I haven't, you know, really maintained. Just kind of let it bloom, let it grow, make sure the system's stable, and keep it lit. I'm gonna keep rolling. Down to the guppies, why not? You can really see the colorations in the new younger males. They look great. Check this guy out. He's a new male. Really got his color out lately. There's another one there. Ooh, that one's the better looking one there. But these two guys are offspring of the mom and dad, which you've seen so many times. Here's mom right here, and dad's got the neon coloration. And here's another little female, the sister, who looks like she's, you know, going to be pregnant very soon too. She might be pregnant right now. But check out the new males in here. I really love the colorations on them. That red tail. Let me see if I can really check this dude out. Fun little guppy tank. It's really cool to keep guppies just because they're very active. You know, they're always breeding for you. And I got a cool Brashadi in here. Just a lone Brashadi hanging out with the gups. It's always cool to take a good look at him. He's been doing well in here for some time. And there's the dad with the neon coloration. But I really like the new colors in these younger males. Alright. Quick little cameo from Mojo, because I know he's probably hiding somewhere up here. It'd be cool to catch him in his moss. His moss is looking pretty thick lately. A little bit of floating wisteria above that. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out in the fish room. Just cruising, like I said. I'll check on Ravi and say goodnight, guys. You guys have a good one. Appreciate you tuning in. I will keep you updated. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Peace.